So ghosts, or as we call them here in Jamaica, duppy. How deep does the cultural belief flow? And have we ever even caught any evidence of them? Apparently we did. So let's look at it. Hey, it's Genevieve and welcome to Mystery Digest, where every Sunday I cover true crime cases, paranormal cases, and other mystery-related content. I'm back. Yay. A little applause. Yay, yay, yay. Did I take 3 weeks instead of 2? Next question. If you hear any background noises like pesky roosters and construction noises, it's because I have roosters and construction noises. So all around, duppy stories are almost impossible to escape in the Jamaican culture. It's a bonding experience for a lot of people. They remember sitting together with their grandparents, great-grandparents, and they're telling stories and such, and they'll just sit and listen. Or maybe you have your own personal experiences with ghosts and spirits and duppies or whatever you want to call them. Today we're going to explore that. So pretty much what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to do a short introduction on the Jamaican folklore of the duppy, and then I'm going to be reacting to the different evidence that I've found during my research. So let's go. What is a duppy? According to Jamaican folklore and cultural belief, a duppy is the malevolent or good spirit of a dead person that is for one reason or another experiencing unrest. Like in a lot of other cultures, this can be caused by sudden and or violent death, having unresolved issues left over from the land of the living, their dead bodies not being treated with respect, or even being summoned by someone. Good duppy or malevolent duppy is characterized by its interaction with the living. A good duppy is likely to be the spirit of a loved one visiting you in a dream, leaving trails of their scent, how they smelled while they were alive, to let you know that they are with you, while a malevolent duppy or spirit would come in various forms to inflict harm. These malicious spirits are believed to be able to haunt your dreams, your house, cause illnesses, inflict pain, and blood. In some instances, it is believed that some people, with the use of a form of sorcery practiced in the Caribbean, obia, can control these spirits to attack a specific person or family, even for generations. These spirits are said to be trained to attack specific people, but if done incorrectly can affect the sender. There are countless stories about duppies being set on people, and as a result, they lose their sanity, freedom, property, wealth, and all forms of fortune, all by the will of someone with evil intentions and the means or skill to set a duppy on someone. The cultural impact of the duppy or ghost is so significant that there are traditions reinforced through generations on how the dead are treated and how we interact with them. From practices done immediately after death, especially if the death occurred inside the family home, like covering all the mirrors, rearranging the furniture so the ghost of the deceased doesn't recognize it and stay, but rather journey into the afterlife, driving nails into the soles of the feet of the deceased so they don't walk around and terrorize the living, to rituals like wearing red to the 9 nights to ward off spirits and not saying out loud that you're leaving when you are. A 9 night, for those who aren't familiar, is a sending off ceremony for the dead. This particular celebration is based off the belief that started from slavery days that the spirit of the person takes 9 days after death to go back to Africa and finally rest. In Jamaican folklore, there are different ways a malevolent spirit can present itself and cause harm. The rolling calf, a calf-like creature with red eyes that roams the night with a chain dragging behind it. Whooping boy, slaver duppy that travels with a 3-legged horse, both with the intentions to kill. Like a female spirit that sheds her skin and roam the night in the form of an owl, or some different creatures that are referred to as a special type of duppy or malevolent spirit. Because these stories are passed down from generation to generation by word of mouth, details of each entity might differ depending on who's telling the story. I intend on covering different topics, especially the ones mentioned above. If you'd like to see those, let me know in the comments, or if you have stories of paranormal happenings you'd like me to present, leave them in the comments, email me at mysterydigest@gmail.com, or send a message via my Instagram page, mystery_digest. For right now, we're focusing on the folklore surrounding that of the Duppy. Let's move into the more exciting part of the video, where we get to see the supposed evidence of the Duppy that we have locally. Okay, so now we're gonna look at the supposed evidence that I found in my research. I focused more on the visual, because like, this is a video, so, okay. Now for this first piece, if you have never heard or seen this piece of evidence, you're either not Jamaican or really, really young. Because I remember it being the talk of the country for a hot minute. I was maybe in primary school. I can't do math. I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a good while back. So this supposed piece of evidence was aired on CVM News. It's about this young boy who was being haunted and attacked by a duppy, the spirit of one of his friends that died 4 years prior. Now, before the attack started, he started seeing apparitions, and that's pretty much when the whole ordeal started. So in the two-part news piece, the boy was seen dragged both off a chair and being dragged from a wall. So let's watch it.
This 11-year-old boy claims he's being haunted by a ghost. Our news team was in the neighborhood Wednesday night to witness some of the events. Watch closely and judge for yourself. The boy says the ghost is actually a friend who died 4 years ago. He claims the friend suddenly started appearing to him. It's been nothing but chaos for the family and neighbors.
Well, here's the thing though. So it's normally said that malicious spirits will take the form of, or even some people will say it's demons, some will say malicious spirits, will take the form of kids most of the time, or someone that you know. And in his case, it ended up being both a dead friend. I was really young, as I can see.
I'm licking him down, I'm drawing him, I'm fleeing the tiggery, then lick me in my back and draw him out of the bed, draw him in a corner, draw him everywhere he go.
Now, this part, you see, for the first time they caught him on camera, like being pulled, you can say, yeah, he probably dashed himself back, but that don't look like a him do it. Sorry, that don't look like a him do it. If he's good enough to fake that, Edna Manley School of Visual and Performing Arts needs to seek this boy out. They need to seek him out because he built different.
This time, the boy claims he sees the ghost standing near the wall and goes over to stand next to it. So, is the Martin Street Duppy real, or are the events the expert acting of a mischievous child?
Expert acting. Y'all, this young man has the talent of the whole population in his left big toe. I mean, like, if you're that good, sir, scholarship's supposed to call your name. The follow-up.
Hit me with a stone, come on. Hit me with a stone. Try to take him away, let me see.
Why?
Well, you're afraid, you're a coward.
Why are you? This pass.
Alright. Oh!
But Bishop Edwards wanted to be doubly sure.
Why are you traumatizing the child?
Watch as it appears the boy tries to beat the ghost off him. The entire episode left him traumatized as he sought comfort in his grandmother's lap.
Was it necessary for him to tempt? Oh my god. The kid's traumatized. The child is traumatized. Why are you Wow. This next one, the duppy in the robe, or Rasta Duppy. How the evidence was captured was that there was a landlord in St. Catherine, right? And it was his daughter's sports day, so she was there in the picture as well. And he called one of his tenants to come take a photo of the two of them. Now, the tenant didn't understand how to use the phone, so she ended up taking a video at first and then ended the video. Took a couple pictures and that was it. Now, a while after, when the landlord was changing his SD card, he took a moment to look through the photos he had, and that's when he realized that there's someone in the background of his photos. There's someone in the background of the video. So he called a friend, and the friend came over to come look at the person in the background, and he saw the same thing as we are about to see. All right, so we have the little girl at the front, the father standing behind her, and the person in the background with the robe and black slippers. Yeah, he isn't supposed to be there. If you look closely, you're gonna see his shadow up on the wall. Do ghosts have shadows? I'm not dead. I'm not a ghost, so I don't have that piece of information, unfortunately. That this just looks like someone in the background. Because when I saw it the first time, I was like, okay, there are, like, I was looking at the picture and wondering, okay, where's the ghost? Where's the apparition? And it was just a dude in a robe and slippers. In the article, the Star said they zoomed up on the screen grab and they saw that his mouth was sealed shut and his eyes were closed, but it's kind of hard to tell from here. The story goes a little bit deeper though. Among the photos that they took, there was one where you could see the man in the robe look over, like he's looking over on the stove. And during that time, the father, the landlord in the photo, was trying to lose weight. So the only meat he was eating was fish. And he said, Rasta people like fish. The landlord had an instance where the mother of his child was staying with them for a while. And during her stay, when she ate, she got really, really sick. Now, he's saying that her being really, really ill after eating could be a result of eating the food that the Duppy has already started to eat. I'm not sure why he didn't see the man in the background earlier, like maybe going through his phone. But I think the real question is he really the landlord? Because if you have a ghost in a robe walking up and down in your house, eating your food, honey, you're the tenant. You are the tenant. So this next piece that I titled The Nightclub Passerby was supposedly shot outside a nightclub somewhere in Jamaica. It said that the nightclub owner was going through his surveillance footage and he saw that piece of evidence. Now, I only have one source on this, so I'm not sure if that's the actual story, but it's what I got. So if anyone else knows where it could have come from, or if what I have is actually what's happening, put it in the comments below. It's a fairly short video. All it is the apparition walking on the street alongside the nightclub. And there it is. And it's finished. The thing for me is that you don't see where it's coming from. It's just a shadow-like figure walking from the middle of the span of the road that you can see, coming towards the car, or what I believe is a car right there. And that's where you get to see it clearer. So it kind of just came and went. There it is. As soon as the dog starts barking, you see yep, there it is. And it's a fairly recent video too. And it was in January 2021, this January. So this next piece was posted in 2015. It's a local man named Michael Sharp that said from Spanish Town. This is the second piece of evidence that's from Spanish Town and made the news. So Mr. Sharp lost his house in a fire, And before leaving out, he warned the neighbors that they should watch out for one. Because apparently, he has duppies in his house that are so active, they write him notes.
Some spirit been here from a good while throwing stone. Some of them in our house and not. Them a write paper, ask to play a game on TV with the people them. Them a write paper.
Huh?
The paper just appear in front of you with the writing. Let the boys them play a game with us.
That's when you know to leave a house. You know, leave the child too. Just leave.
When we go to a party, paper writer appear in front of me, so they want to follow me go a party.
No, these ghosties have plans. These ghosties have plans. Where are you going on the weekend? We're coming.
Them a knock in our house. Them a tell me what we cook in our house.
I mean, you're dead. You don't really have access to fresh ingredients. So maybe if you feel for some curry, you have to tell the person who owns the house you're haunting, yeah, run some curry. I can't manage.
Mr. Linda says the spirit threatened to burn the house down.
Get here. This is a paper where they write yesterday. And so then come back and them a go burn down the house.
I feel them house. If them at the sidewalk cook and all of them something there, I feel them house, man. I feel them.
I tell the whole of my family then say to watch it house. But then say they couldn't do nothing. And me I warn them and tell them say, you see where Duppy then write to me. The place just bust out a flame, me look a girl. So then say no smoke, no start, no. So.
And when I look at I see the fire outside, you never catch my house. And the whole house start catch a fire. And I couldn't go in there, so people helped me.
No one was injured in the blaze.
Now, this last one from a video titled Duppy Box Down Gyal Pan Pulpit. Very creative, very culturally rich title, let's say. It happened at a young boy's funeral, and it was someone doing a tribute during the funeral service. The comments on the original video, which will be linked in the description below, were very, very brutal. They were very brutal. It's like, of course you get boxed down. Look how horribly she is sing at the funeral. Let's go. You can obviously see that she's grieving, and she's definitely singing from her heart. But this video, whoever edited this video had no right to make it this funny. Nothing else is funny about the video. Obviously, a really young boy lost his life, and the family's coming together for his funeral to grieve him. But why do they have to edit it like that, though? See, that's what I'm talking about. Even down to the title, Duppy Box Gyal Pan Pulpit at Funeral Service. They're telling me there is no way this person couldn't have used a different title. Like, on one hand, I understand if the target audience is, locals, then they're going to type the video in the search bar using Creole. But at the same time. So, do you think that any of the clips that I've shown or the picture proves anything at all? Do you even believe in the paranormal? Or do you not? Do you think it's just, como se dice, foolishness? Do you believe in ghosts, ghouls, or the rolling calf, river mama, any of those Jamaican folklores? Do you think that any of the media that I've shown proves anything at all. Well, besides how deep the cultural significance of the duppy is. Do you have any personal experiences? Let me know in the comment section. Or, like I've said previously, if you have any personal stories or maybe stories of a close friend or family member, feel free to drop them in the comments or send them to my email or send it via message through Instagram. And also, if you have any pictures or videos or maybe things you want me to react to, let me know. Here endeth a portion of my unholy word. Let's end it by saying, can I say not, don't murder people? Can I? If you die, don't haunt people. If you die, don't haunt. Unless you really have to. In that case, I support your decision. Just don't burn people's house down, okay? Don't. That's destruction of property. Don't bully people either.